Hey y'all, welcome here. Today you're going to enjoy a March 2021 bullet journal setup, and this month's theme is leaves. So hope you enjoy. So I started out by drawing out different leaves on the left side of the page, and then I colored in the leaves in different shades of green. Then I started writing out March in a fake calligraphy font, as you can see. I had to use the fake way since I'm obviously not good at doing calligraphy, as you can tell. But yeah, I did that, and then I outlined the March written on there with a black fineliner. And this is a mistake I made, which I'm gonna correct later on, but I actually went in with a brush pen, and then I made like an outline, and since obviously I'm not good at using brush pens, I kind of messed it up, so it looks a little weird. But anyways, I wrote down the calendar, and then I outlined it with a lime green marker, and then I did the final details, and then it was time for my ice cream break. So on the actual first page, that is on the left of the whatever. So I decided to do a quote which says, "I believe in you," like leaf. Anyways, so yeah, I did that, and then I made really big leaves on the top and the bottom of the actual quote because I thought that was like a really elegant and minimal touch. And then after adding the final details like the pattern on the leaves and then the outline, I went back to the mistake that I made with the March, and then I just like outlined the whole thing instead of doing like shadows. So I think that made it better, but now that I look back, I don't think it's that much of a difference. But anyways, for the next spread, we have the calendar like thing, and then it's like obviously like the minimal-ish theme, so I had to go with the basic layout of the calendar. So next in each box I had this like wheat plant thing. Do you guys know what that is? Well, anyways, yeah, I did that in each box. So I decided to make each row a different color, like a whole row has one color, and then the other row like that. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah. And then I wrote down the numbers as the dates, sorry, not the numbers, but 1 to 31. And then on the side, I wrote down March 2021 and a big leaf. And then obviously I had to go in with the same fake calligraphy on March and 2021. But then I colored in the leaf a different color, so I thought that would be cool. But here we have more leaves, so yeah. And then, as I did on the first page, I colored in all the different leaves a different color. And then moving on to the next page, which is a mood tracker. So this time I tried to do a different type of mood tracker. I did a circle, and then I made different compartments. But before that, we have a little commercial break for strong women do bongsu. So I did the compartments, and then I numbered all of the sections as the dates. And as you can see, there was like a little triangle on the top because I couldn't fit 31 on there, so I just made it like up there. And then around the circle, I made different types of leaves. And I don't really know what these leaves are, so don't come at me for that, but yeah, those are different leaves. That's what I know. But again, I just added some final details to the actual leaves and even the numbers. And then at the bottom, I did the same wheat plants that I did in the calendar, and I did 5 of them because obviously. And I actually didn't do them like a green color because first of all, I only have like a couple green markers, and then if I use all of them for the other things, then there'd be like too much of the green, if that makes sense. So I actually did a blue palette for the keys. And for how I was dividing them, I actually just made 3 faces instead of doing all 5 because I accidentally made them really close to each other. But anyways, I wrote "be happy" in the middle of the circle because I thought it looked really plain and kind of boring. And as for the mood tracker, I actually wrote it at the end, and I don't usually do that. I do that the first thing, but I kind of forgot about that, so it was like a total rough thing, and then I had to copy the same layout for the habit tracker. And speaking of habit tracker, I made 4 calendar like stamp things, and at the bottom of the page I made the leaves, and then again I colored them in different shades of green. After adding the final details to the leaves, I went on to the actual trackers, and I made a line with my markers underneath the trackers, and then I wrote down what the categories that were there. So the categories were workout, outside, water plants, and YouTube. And then I just made a leaf in front of them, and then I outlined it and added some more final details, and that was it for the habit tracker. And now moving on to the 2 special pages for this month, which are 2 quote pages. So as you saw, I put 2 tape pieces in a parallel position. So on like top and bottom of those, I made different leaves. So I thought that would look cool, and under, like in the middle of them, I'm going to write the quote. Also, I added different colors together to make a new color. That's why it looks a little different in some places. And then I took the tape off, and here is a satisfying moment. It's such a perfect line. And for the quote I wrote, "And the leaves fell from the tree without regret." I really like this quote because first it's like a leaf related quote, and the thing is leaf, so it kind of matches together. And it has a really nice message too, so that works. And for the next page, I did the same type of thing here, but with different plants. This time these are the same wheat plants. We have used them a lot in this layout or whatever. So I actually really liked drawing them, so that was another thing. But I colored the things together in a different color. And here comes the satisfying tape ripping. So I didn't really waste time showing this to you guys since I am going to fix this later on. So I'm just going to explain what I did wrong in here. So just moving on to the next thing. I made the leaves on the left side of the page, and on the top I wrote down Monday, and right before that I made the same wheat plant. I drew a line in the middle, and then right underneath the line I wrote down Tuesday, and then I repeated the process while cutting flaps. And then finally moving back to the mistake I made. I tried many ways, and I'm telling you, many ways to fix that until I had to rip out a paper and paste something on there. Because there was literally no way to save it because it was already so ruined. But anyways, I wrote down the quote, "Anyone can love a rose, but it takes a lot to love a leaf," by Tom Flynn. And now we have the final reveal. In the beginning, we have a quote which says, "I believe in you," and it's sandwiched by two big leaves. And on the second page, we have a lot of different leaves, and then March, and a small little calendar. On the next page, we have the big calendar, and at the bottom, we have the different leaves, and March 2021, and a small little leaf on the side. The next page is the mood tracker, and we have a big circle with all leaves around, and at the bottom we have the key, and be happy in the middle. Next is habit tracker, and the categories are workout, outside, water plants, and YouTube, and then the same leaves again. And the two quote pages, the first one is, "And the leaves fell from the tree without regret," and the second one is, "Anyone can love a rose, but it takes a lot to love a leaf," by Tom Flynn. These are special to this month. Next is the weekly spread. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on. And that is it for this week's video. I really hope you liked it, and all the things that you will need to know, like the supplies I used and where you can find me, are in the description. Bye!